Chapter 8, A Lesson in Survival. Jin Moo-won woke up to silence. For a moment, he thought it was another early morning, another day of relentless training under his master's cold gaze. But something was wrong. The air felt different, empty. His master was gone. No instructions, no food, no supplies. Just an eerie stillness that pressed down on him. Moo-won sat up, frowning. Did he leave for something? Would he return soon? He pushed himself up, wincing at the dull aches running through his body. His wounds from the last battle had mostly healed, unnaturally fast, just as he had noticed before. His constitution was different, but he still didn't understand how. Shaking off the thought, he stepped out of the cave, scanning the familiar landscape of the secluded mountain. Nothing. Where did the old man go? Then a faint rustling caught his ear. He turned sharply, body tense, instincts sharpened from his past fights. From the thick bushes, a figure stumbled forward, a young boy covered in dirt, panting heavily. Moo-won immediately recognized him. A boy from a nearby mountain village. He had seen him once or twice when his master had briefly wandered down the slopes for supplies. The boy's eyes widened when he saw Moo-won. He pointed, breathless. "Jin Moo-won, you're here!" Moo-won stiffened at the name. He had never thought much about it. It was the name given to him when he was taken in by his master. A name that had become his identity in this new world. Jin Moo-won. The name sounded strange, even after all these years. But it was his now, his alone. The boy looked around wildly, confusion clear on his face. "Where's the old man? Why are you alone?" Moo-won narrowed his eyes. "Gone." The boy's expression shifted. He hesitated for a moment before stepping back. Well, I just came up here to see if the rumors were true. They say the old man is a monster, and you..." Moo-won stayed silent, waiting. The boy swallowed. "Never mind, forget it." Without another word, he turned and sprinted back into the trees, disappearing into the wilderness. Moo-won exhaled slowly. That was the first time in a long while that someone had said his name. And now he was alone. Completely. The harsh reality of isolation. His master did not return that day, nor the next. At first, Moo-won waited, thinking this was just another test of patience. But by the third day, hunger gnawed at his stomach. His body was used to hardship, but without food, his strength would soon fade. By the fourth day, he understood. This was part of his training. His master had abandoned him, not permanently, but to force him to survive on his own. No more hand-fed meals, no more guidance, no more safety. If he wanted to live, he had to figure it out himself, hunting without a weapon. Moo-won had never truly hunted before. Yes, he had fought beasts in combat, but that was different. Then he had been defending himself, forced into battle with only his instincts. Now he had to kill before he was seen. The first attempt was a disaster. He tried to chase a rabbit through the underbrush, but his steps were too loud. The moment he moved, the creature darted away. He tried again, lunging at a bird perched low on a branch, only for it to flap away at the last second. By the fifth failure, frustration burned inside him. All of his training, all of his strength, and he couldn't even catch a simple animal. But Moo-won was not one to give up. Lessons from a past life. He sat down, thinking. His life before this world had been different. A place where survival wasn't about fighting beasts with bare hands, but about knowledge and strategy. And yet, knowledge was power. He remembered things, simple things. Traps, snares, primitive tools. Slowly,